There are certain hadith which speak about the indicators of Allah subhanahu accepting somebody, loving somebody. Firstly, the hadith which I mentioned, Inna Allah idha ahabba al-abda nada Jibreel. If Allah loves a person, Allah calls out to Jibreel. He says, Ya Jibreel, inni uhibbu fulanan fa ahbibhu. O Jibreel, verily I love somebody, so love him. فَيُنَادِي جِبْرِيلَ أَهْلَ السَّمَاوَاتِ. So Jibreel calls out to the inhabitants of the heavens and says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ فُلَانًا فَأَحِبُّهُ. Verily Allah loves this person, so love him. ثُمَّ يُوضَعُ لَهُ الْقُبُولُ فِي الْأَرْضِ. And then acceptance is placed upon the earth for that person. So people, and when we say people, we meaning righteous people, people of the Sunnah, people of Tawheed, people of Taqwa, them accepting a person, loving a person is an indicator that also Allah loves that person. And this is why when the Prophet ﷺ passed by a group of people and they were talking about a person, they were talking good about a person who had just died, the Prophet ﷺ said, Wajabat, wajabat, wajabat. It has occurred, it has occurred, it has occurred. And then he passed by another group of people and they were talking bad about a person who had just died. The Prophet ﷺ said, Wajabat, wajabat, wajabat. And then they asked him that, why did you pass by these groups of people? Some were talking good and some were talking bad. And you said, Wajabat, it has occurred, it has occurred, it has occurred. That this person was being rewarded on account of the people praising him. And another person was being punished on account of the people talking bad about him. And so the people upon the earth, they are like the witnesses of Allah upon the earth. So when the ummah comes together and when the ummah accepts a particular person, then this is an indicator by the permission of Allah that this person is beloved to Allah. And this is why the ulama say that those ulama whom the ummah have accepted, like Al-Bukhari and Abu Hanifa and Shafi'i and those great imams of the religion, the fact that the ummah has accepted them shows us that they were people of ikhlas bi'idhnillah. Also, if doing good deeds is easy for a person, if Allah subhanahu is facilitating for a person doing more and more good deeds, then this is a sign that Allah subhanahu loves that person. Because in the hadith of Abu Hurairah, the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said, "Man aada li waliyan faqad aadhantuhu bil harb." That whoever shows animosity to a believer, to a wali of mine, I have prepared a war against that person. And then he said, "Ma taqarraba ilayya abdi bi shay'in ahabba ilayya mimma aftaradtuhu ilay." That my wali, he does not draw close to me in something which I love more than those things which are an obligation. وَمَا يَزَالُ عَبْدِي يَتَقَرَّبُ إِلَيَّ بِالنَّوَافِلِ. And then when my wali continues seeking closeness to me through the nawafil, أُحِبُّهُ, I love him. فَإِذَا أَحْبَبْتُهُ, and then when I love him, كُنْتُ سَمْعَهُ الَّذِي يَسْمَعُ بِهِ. Then I become his hearing by which he hears, meaning I guide him and I protect him and I give him the tawfiq to use and utilize in hearing in that which pleases me. وَكُنْتُ بَصَرَهُ الَّذِي يَبْصُرُ بِهِ. And I become his eyesight by which he sees, meaning I guide him and I give him the tawfiq to utilize his eyesight in that which pleases me. وَكُنْتُ يَدَهُ الَّذِي يَبْطُشُ بِهَا وَرِجْلَهُ الَّتِي يَمْشِي بِهَا. And I give him the tawfiq to use his hands and his feet in my pleasure and that which aids me. So also the ulama mentioned that one of the signs of Allah subhanahu loving a person is that he facilitates for him to do more and more good deeds. And the important question is not for a person to ask, how do I know how Allah loves me, but to go out and seek the pleasure of Allah and attain the pleasure of Allah. And the principle is that Allah subhanahu is not questioning that which He does, but we are questioning that which we do. And therefore the only obligation upon us is to go out and seek the pleasure of Allah and the love of Allah in everything which I have mentioned. We ask Allah subhanahu for tawfiq wa jazakumullahu khair.